Hey guys, what's going on? So it's been quite some time now since I last had an update video for you guys on Big Ugly. So I sincerely apologize about that. I think it was actually last year. So new year, actually starting to pick away at the car here. Things to look forward to. Hopefully we get to see Big Ugly in the H this year. Hopefully I get my NHRA license. And the main thing, hopefully I buy a house this year. So that's kind of the main reason why I've been taking a break from YouTube. Because in order to post videos, for me at least, I kind of need to spend money. But in order to buy a house, you need to save it. So it's one of those things, but back out here in the garage and starting to pick away at the car. So I'll show you what I bought, what I've done, and yeah, we'll go from there. So yeah, first things first, I bought some new shocks for the car. I'm actually switching to coilovers this year. I did have QA1s. They're QA1s, they're double adjustable. After the past few years with the car, I seem to lower it more and more, and these shocks are actually pretty much bottomed out in the car now, so that's no good. I switched over to AFCO. The reason behind that is I just wanted a good coilover. AFCO, they're well known. Ronnie actually switched to AFCO last year, and he actually got his best 60 foots out of the car this year, and we're still fine tweaking the suspension. So obviously their product works and it looks freaking awesome. So that's the reason behind that. Just about to throw these control arms into the car. I'm actually just going to throw the lowers in for now because when I ordered these control arms, I ordered the Pro uppers. So they have the rod end that goes to the rear end housing, and I have the wrong mounts on mine, so I'll have to cut these off and make my own. But yeah, obviously that's not going to bolt to that. You need the ones with the ears. Yeah, I'll have to cut those off later, but I just want to get the rear end out of the car and center it up, and then I can start making my new lower control arm mounts on the rear end, because I'm going to make those adjustable as well. So yeah, I just wanted to show you the quality. Once again, TRZ, best of the best stuff you can get. It's 1 5/8 chromoly tubing for the lowers, power coated all black, nice pieces, nice rod ends. I was going to make my own, but after the dollar conversion and blah blah blah, tubing, argon, it's just better off to buy this stuff, and then I get to have some more TRZ parts on this car. I actually have their under axle anti-roll bar on the car, and that was a beautiful piece, so I got some more beautiful pieces from them. I actually had factory control arms still in this car, so I never even boxed them or anything. Well, that should at least help make the car not as sketchy to drive, hopefully. Kind of beef up the rear end in this, so no more twisting with this stuff. Let's get these bolted up in underneath and then go from there. So yeah, I quickly just took a measurement of the factory control arms I was originally in this car, and I just set these ones to the same length, just that way everything's back to where it was. If I need to adjust it later on, I will, but just at least this gets me in the ballpark. So hey guys, just picking away at these lower control arm mounts. I was originally going to buy a set, but I decided to make my own, try to save a little bit of money here and there. I actually found this tubing, which was almost perfect. I did have to cut it down the center and add a small little strip just to widen it a little bit so I can actually fit the rod ends of the control arms into it. So that's all done, welded up and good to go. I already cut the radius out of the mounts for the axle tube, so that fits all nice and snug. No gaps, should be easy to weld. Now I'm just working on drilling bolt holes out into the mounts. So I made this kind of chintzy jig here. This is representing the bolt hole in the frame of the car. And then I just measured out the length of the control arm. It was 19 5/16 or something. So then I just kind of traced it and made a mark on the control arm. As you can tell, it kind of has a little bit of a radius in it. Just by doing this, if I want to change the anti-squat or the angle of the control arms, all I got to do is pull a bolt, lower it, put the bolt back in. I won't have to recheck my pinion angle or anything like that, because this is following the same length of the control arm of what it's set at. So just saves you time there, something to think about. Also, when you're building mounts, just make sure that you still have enough room to get on to your lock nut. So say if I had this in a little bit further, you wouldn't be able to get on your lock nut. So if you ever wanted to adjust it, you'd have to pull the bolt out, lower the control arm to get on your jam nut. That's just something, keep it in mind. One other thing that I noticed, on TRZ's website, they have universal mounts kind of like this as well. They recommend mounting them at a 5-degree angle. So I'm not sure the whole reason behind that, but when I tack welded my mount to the tube, I actually set it on a 5-degree angle. If you can kind of see that, it's kind of slightly on a 5-degree. So I'm not sure the 100% the reasoning behind that, but it's TRZ, so I kind of went with it. So yeah, I'll get these bolt holes drilled out, and we'll go from there. Hey guys, so once again, I got a little bit of ahead of myself. I actually drilled all the holes into the lower control arm mounts, and I actually got it all welded onto the rear ends. The rear end's in underneath the car right now, so I'll just give you a quick glimpse of that. There it is, all on, welded up. Control arms are actually bolted into it, so yeah. So yeah, from there I started to move on to the upper control arms as well, but I got a little bit, got a little happy with the cutoff wheel. When I say I got a little happy with the cutoff wheel, this is the end result here. So yeah, that's the upper control arm cross member or torque box, whatever you want to call it, and those are the spring pouches. I cut them out of the car, so. Now I'm making up my own upper control arm, cross member, torque box, whatever you want to call it. I'm making my own now, and since I'm switching over to coilovers, I'm ditching the spring pouches and everything as well. So the reason behind that, I've actually lowered the car so much, I just can't make the upper control arm cross member work. It's just my control arms are pretty much pointing directly down. I just can't adjust it, so that's the reason I'm switching everything. I need to make it adjustable in order to get my anti-squat to where I want it to. Just to kind of give you an idea of how much I've lowered it. This is the 28 10.5 tire I've always ran on this car, and she's going to be tucked pretty decent, so I don't know if that does justice, but should look pretty cool when it's all said and done. That's going to be it for this video, guys. I just wanted to get something together and upload it for you, just show you an update on the car. So yeah, things to look forward to. Ronnie, hopefully I can talk him into doing a walk around of what his plans are and upgrades for this winter are. Let's just say nothing will be the same as a power plant. It will be a whole new setup. Things to look forward to there. That will be freaking cool to see that done. But yeah, hopefully I can talk him into a video. Lee, he actually just purchased a FT500 fuel tech system for his Chevy 2, so that'll be powering his bone stock 6-liter. And yeah, hopefully I can get another video uploaded with some more completion to the rear suspension in this car. Yeah, we'll go from there. So big changes in the rear end of this car. Mainly I want the car to be a lot lower, just make it look a lot cooler. But if I want it to be slammed, I need to make the suspension work too, so that's the reason behind all the suspension mods in the rear end of this thing. So yeah, as always guys, like, comment, definitely hit that subscribe button if you have not already. We've passed 3,000 a little while ago now. Huge thank you to you. And this week, Thursday, we'll be heading out to Georgia once again to watch some small tire racing. Lights out 11, I believe. And yeah, just the best of the best small tire. So yeah, things to look forward to. Anyways guys, as always, I'll talk to you later.